Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is powered by mango juice. Today's earrings of choice are these adorable little lemon pigs from the Clay Drop. I am obsessed. Today, I'm so excited about this one. This is the new Bougie Boudior palette from Kaima. Now this went absolutely crazy when it launched. I know so many people have bought it, but today they're actually doing a stock take and they're going to put any of these up that are left on the site. So you've got one last chance to get it before it goes out of stock again. I'm not sure when they're going to be restocking, but it's just the most gorgeous neutral palette. You know I'm not a neutral girly, but today I thought we'd go a bit crazy. We're going to do like a 2016 cut crease glitter. I'm very excited, very excited. Now I have got a discount code with Kaima Cosmetics. It is an affiliate link, so I do make a little bit of commission from it. The link will be in the description, but my code is just Nicole Baxter in capital letters, which I'll put across the bottom of the screen. I'll put across, she says, like I have the skills to edit my own videos. So we are just going to start off with the classic Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I'm so excited about this palette. Me and the lovely Leslie, who I'm good friends with, were absolutely obsessed the second it launched, and it was just one of those ones where I was like, I'm going to need it. I'm not very often drawn to neutral palettes, but this one and the newest release from Cosmic Brushes, which I have got on the way. Speaking about those, do you want two videos, so one for each palette? Do you want a video with two looks for one for each palette in it? Or do you want a video combining them both, so it's a 2-in-1 video? Or do you want one video for each of them and then a combined look? Let me know. Let me know. I feel like it's probably a little bit alien to you guys for how excited I am for this neutral palette, but we're going to do it. We're going to go in and we're going to start with the shade Blessed, which is this pinky neutral down here. I'm going to put this through the crease and we're going to wing this out. Like I said, we're going full on 2016 makeup. I watched a very interesting video on TikTok last night, and basically she was saying about the whole kind of eyeshadow makes you, this new generation, I don't know what gen they are, Gen Alpha? I don't know. I'm basically a cusper, so I'm on the verge between a millennial and a Gen Z, I think. I don't really know. I don't really understand it, but basically the younguns are saying that old people do eyeshadow. Now personally, that's fine. I'm happy to be an old person if that means I get to do fun stuff. But basically she was talking about 2016 makeup, and is it a case of kind of beauty influences on what they used to be anymore? So there's not a lot of kind of in-depth YouTube tutorials like we had to watch to kind of teach ourselves how to do makeup. And was it a lot of that? And I was like commenting and sort of saying like, that's kind of how I do my YouTube channel. It's kind of like in the old school style of like talk through tutorials and explaining what I'm actually doing. And yeah, so it was a really interesting watch, actually. I did repost it. My TikTok's always linked in my description box if you ever do want to check that out. But it was interesting, and I kind of want to do a whole video on it because I think it was a really interesting concept of, is it not that eyeshadow is an old person thing? I mean, I'm 25. I'm not old. Leave me alone, young'uns. But more kind of, is it because they've not been kind of taught in the same way that we kind of taught ourselves? So yeah, it was an interesting concept, and if you would like me to do kind of a more of a chatty get ready with me on the whole kind of subject, let me know. So that is a very pretty shade. It's a very like soft neutral pink. It's absolutely perfect for I have lost the words. It's perfect for kind of creating that first line of the crease. That's not what I wanted to say, but I can't get the words out. Right, okay, we've got some very warm browns in here and then some definitely more pinky browns. So we're going to go in with the Lucky next, I think, and we're going to define that crease. And then we're going to go in with one of the darker brown shades. This brush, by the way, is a Lorac LP10. It's just that perfect kind of size and shape blending brush for doing this kind of crease work. And we're just going to wing this out. So yeah, just out of curiosity, do you guys prefer a more kind of talk through tutorial? Or do you want to kind of just see like a really quick, like 60-second TikTok kind of flip through of a makeup? Or are you a bit like me and you enjoy both? Like, I enjoy watching those quick kind of TikTok tutorials. But part of me is like, is that because I've kind of got the basis of the knowledge already? I can kind of watch somebody do it super fast and know kind of roughly what they're doing. Is it a case of because they don't have that kind of basic knowledge of like a cut crease and things like that that we just were taught without even thinking about it really? Is it a case of that, or is it just these days they don't, I feel like young people don't go through the kind of, I don't know, stages that we did? Like, they don't have the Dream Matte Mousse stage. They don't have the orange foundation and the brows that are too heavy stage. They almost kind of go straight into wearing makeup with this very kind of perfect, clean girl makeup look. And part of me is just like, are they just scared to try something new? I feel like when I was growing up, you know, I was kind of learning makeup, there wasn't really that embarrassment. It was like, well, give it a try. If it looks terrible, you wipe it off. But I feel like they're also like polished and perfect that they don't want to do that. Right, I'm going to go in with a P. Louise E34. We're going to take the shade Glam, which is this one here, and we're going to start deepening up this crease. So yeah, I don't know whether it almost is they're just kind of expected. They think it's expected of them to be perfect, when we had kind of the choice to kind of experiment and go a bit wild and see what worked for us. And I don't know whether that's sort of the influence of the kind of 60-second, well, to be fair, half of them are less than that, the kind of 30-second clips of, you know, you never see anybody make a mistake. I like to leave my mistakes in, and I like to show you guys kind of how I'm going to fix them. Just because I think it gives you, like, if you are wanting to learn more, if you do want to kind of teach yourself how to do this kind of graphic cut crease, if I can leave the mistakes I'm making for you and show you how to fix them, I just feel like it's a better teaching tool than kind of, here's a transition, I've got no makeup on, and then I look absolutely incredible and flawless and perfect. And I sometimes wonder whether it's that. So it's all very interesting. And somewhat like the girl whose video I reposted, she just started off the video like, you guys can't do eyeshadow, and that's fine, but don't tell us that it makes us old, if that makes sense. Right, anyway, going off track there, we're going back in with Blessed on our fluffy LP10, and I'm going to blend the darker shade in, making sure we're putting plenty of the blending colour on the inner corner so it doesn't look really harsh, making sure we're really blending that edge out. We can clean that up later with foundation. And part of me does wonder as well, like, for us learning makeup on the internet, P. Louise was kind of at the height of her like tutorials and things like that in sort of 2016. And is it more that, again, they've just not seen what they need? Right, we're going to go in with a static, which is this very, very dark one. Again, we're going to use this teeny tiny brush, and I'm really going to start building this crease up. Because like I said, we're going for dramatic 2016, crease cut to the gods. We're doing glitter. I might even do like an ombre glitter on the lid. We're going full on ham with this palette. just a little side note, because I've not actually talked about the palette yet. These shadows are stunning. I've not actually got the, I think it's the Skulls and Roses palette from Kaima. I just never really got round to trying it. And yeah, so I wasn't really sure what to expect from the mattes. I knew the shimmers were going to be glorious, and I'm sure they are when we use them a little bit further down the line, but I'm so impressed with these mattes. This deep brown is so smooth. There's absolutely no patchiness, despite the fact I'm working with a very, very small brush, which can sometimes lead to a little bit of patchiness, because obviously you're picking up less pigment. But yeah, I'm obsessed. Completely obsessed. I love how at the start of this video I was like, do you want to see me talk about this in a video? And I've basically just talked about it now. So I guess we're trying the Boujee Boudoir, and we're talking about makeup and how trends have changed and such. Okay. This eye looks different, like it always does. I sometimes think that is a lot of what it is these days as well. People are so like, they feel like they have to look perfect. Whereas I'm like, look, right, my makeup is a slay, but my eyes are always going to be different shapes, and my brows are always going to be different shapes. So my makeup isn't going to look 100% symmetrical. We're not on a runway. This is not glow up, as much as I wish I was on glow up. You know, makeup doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you're having fun, that's all that friggin' matters. I feel like the wings today are pretty well, actually. I think the issue is I have more space here on my left eye than I do on my right, so it just looks like there's a big gap. Whereas it's as like far down as the left eye, the right eye. I don't know my left from my right. Right, okay. This is these shadows are beautiful. Right, we're gonna go in with the P. Louise E38. We're gonna go back in with the second shade we used, so the Lucky shade. And I'm just gonna make sure I'm using a tiny, tiny bit of product here, but just making sure there's no harsh lines anywhere along the top. We're not bothered about the bottom because we're going to cut that, so it's fine. Right, okay, and then finally I'm going to take the shade Regal, which is the darkest shade in the palette. This is basically like a black brown. I'm just going to define this bottom bit of the wing with that, just to give it a bit more depth. These shades are just beautiful. I feel like you could have done like a more like simple warm brown, but because I went for those pinks first, it's given me this really like beautiful mauvey look, which I love. Right, okay, you can do this with Vaseline, but I'm going to use the Cut Crease Carver from P. Louise just because I've got it here. And I'm just using a clean Made by Mitchell ME5. Itchy nose. We're just going to paint this onto the lid. And we're going to cut where we want that crease cut. And this essentially is, it's basically like a tiny cleansing balm. It's just going to remove any excess shadow so we can get a kind of neater cut for the crease. And you always want to drag it away, just because it gets a sharper cut that way. Just going to take a little bit of that down, just so that it's not as far kind of stretched out. And then we take a makeup wipe, which I have left. Okay, so I did almost fall off the bed, but the makeup wipes have been secured. So literally all I'm going to do now, if you don't have pointy nails like me, You can use like the end of a brush or something. You just want to make it so the wipe is a bit more accurate. But I just whack it around my nail. You could use like the rounded end of the tweezers or anything like that. And we're just going to wipe off that extra product. You need to make sure you're wiping that because it's like Vaseline. So if you try and put any shadow on top of that, it is not going to work. And that just cleans it up really nicely. It gives you a nice blank base to work from. In terms of V-cut crease, you've just got to learn what works best for you. It's not something anybody can show you because everybody's eyeballs work differently, basically. So, now I have to pick which shimmers I want to use. I don't know. Right, okay, so we're again going to use an ME5. I definitely want to use this shade Radiant in the inner corner. So part of me is like, do we do VIP, do we do Fame, and then do we do Radiant? I don't think you can see any of that. So this one's VIP, this one's Fame, and this one's Radiant. So kind of like three like more bluey tones. Like gunmetal tones. Or do we go warm and do golds instead? I don't know. Oh, these are so beautiful. I'm not going to lie any kind of glitter glue or anything like that down. We're just going to go straight in. I think we are going to do the shiny blues. Right, okay, so we're going to start with the shade Radiant. Obviously, always starting with the lightest. And we're going to pop this in the inner corner. Oh my lord. Oh. Okay. I'm not surprised that this is beautiful. My god. My god. Okay. That's stunning. There's so many reflex in it. It's like slightly pink, it's slightly blue. It's just gone on so smooth. Aeroplane. There is no, I've got no glitter glue. I've not even got any primer left on because we technically took all that off with the carver. So this is literally just this on like bare skin. And it's beautiful. Okay. I want to wear this shade every day. Kind of also want to put it on my cheeks because wow. Right, we're next going to go in with Fame, which is kind of like a bluey grey. And we're going to put that in the middle. Okay, that's like a blue. It's definitely got like a gold reflect to it. Again, absolutely beautiful. Like, not even... It's basically taken no work to put it on. I feel like I could just, like, swipe down and call it a day if I really wanted to. I feel like this is going to be the perfect everyday palette because you've got your kind of crease shades, but then you could literally just whack one of these on the lid and you're good to go. I'm going to take a little bit more of Radiant just so we can blend those two together a little bit. We might want a harsh line in our crease, but we do not want a harsh line anywhere else. Right, okay, we're now going to go in with VIP. I've not yet decided if I'm going to do this to the edge or I'm going to bring the brown in for a wing. Okay, this is like a really like smoky grey. Oh, and it's got like holographic glitter in it. Like a rainbow sparkle. Oh my lord. I am an obsessed woman. Oh my god. Okay, Kaima. We're going to need a rainbow palette, please. Or just a colourful palette for me and my colourful girlies out here. If you want to collab, drop me a DM. Obviously, you're not going to collab with me, but, you know, you want somebody rainbow to help. Give me a call, I'm your gal. I am obsessed. Right, we're going to take the middle brush we use, so the 38 from P. Louise. I'm going to take the shade Lucky, and I'm just going to bring that down, because I'm not... You can go all the way up with your cut crease. I personally prefer to do a little kind of smoky wing at the edge, just to kind of finish off a look, if that makes sense. Because I find if you're not doing a line, or if you do the sparkle all the way up, it can get a bit lost once you put your foundation on. We're going to take the very, very small brush, the E34, and the shade Regal, and we'll put that right where you would put a liner normally. So right on this edge here. And then we're just going to give it a little blend with a bit more Lucky. Oh my god. I'm absolutely obsessed. To see me this gassed up for a neutral look is probably throwing everybody a bone. Right, I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup. I'm going to come back. We're going to do the under eye. I'm going to put some lashes on. I'm going to tell you sort of vaguely what I've used everywhere else. So I'll be back in a short while. Right, okay, the face is done. I've gone very, very heavy on the bronze. So I used the Rose Ink Cream Bronzer in Kawi. And then one of the new Buttermelt bronzers from NYX. This is Butter Biscuit. Because we loved a bronze in the 2016s. On my cheeks, I've got the new Glow Hub Lip and Cheek Balm in Milkshake. This is very, very, very subtle. Not sure how I feel about it yet. I'm not a subtle girly, as we know. I've got Made by Mitchell Skin Tin and the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Concealer on. I'm going to do highlighter on camera because it's fun. This is Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Glow Glide. And this is the shade Moonlight Glow. Just going to use a big fluffy P. Louise F41. And we're going to stick loads of this on. Like I said, we're going full 2016. So, on the cheeks, on the nose, on the Cupid's bow. We were not scared of sweaty upper lips back in the day. Right, I'm going to give myself a quick spritz. I'm so close to finishing this tiny weeny Charlotte Tilbury so I can go back to my big size Charlotte Tilbury. Right, okay, lashes that we are wearing are the Bonnie Dolly Vienna lashes. Absolutely love these. I'm going to take Made by Mitchell Pencil in Turnt, which I've actually sharpened. Which is like a warm brown. We're going to put this on both the lower and the upper waterline. Okie dokie. Right, I'm going to do some YSL Lash Clash Waterproof on both the top and the bottom. But we are going to try and remember to put bottom lash eyeshadow on first. As Lynn says, you don't look weird with eyeshadow under your eyes. You're just not used to it. So today we are going to do Charisma, but I'm going to start off with Radiant, just so we've got something to blend that into. And I am going to go quite heavy and smoky This is 2016 glam after all. And we're going to make sure, this is like the most vital part, that we're joining this up here. Or else it's going to look all weird and discombobulated. Which, let me tell you, is a fantastic word, but not a good look. So we're just putting Lucky down with the E38. God, I was actually right. And then we're going to go in with the E34, and we're going to do Ecstatic, I think, actually, which is the deepest brown we use before the very black brown. And we're just going to take that under there. Again, we are blending into our upper lash line. And then I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and Blessed, mix with a little bit of Bougie, which is just like a cream shade. And we're just going to run this underneath the whole thing. I feel like this is the thing with 2016 makeup, like there was a lot of blending. Everything took a while. You couldn't just kind of whack it on. Which I understand the convenience of just being able to whack it on, but it's not going to look this good, is it? Right, okay, bottom lash mascara. Gonna go heavy on that too, because that is the vibe. And then we need an inner corner highlight. I think we used the lightest shade in the palette already. Right, we're going to go wild with the inner corner highlight. I'm going to take a little brush, P. Louise E36. We're going to take Charisma, which is this like yellow gold. I feel like it's probably going to look more platinum. Oh, yes. Oh, that is an inner corner highlighter. That would look amazing over Made by Mitchell Drip Drip. Like, absolutely stunningly amazing over that. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is going to be the palette that makes me love neutrals again. I can just tell. Damn, son. Right, okay. I'm going to do a little blunt. I'm not used to seeing myself with this much bronzer on. I like the way it looks. I'm just not used to it. So we're just going to do a little blend. It actually looks really nice in real life. Does it look really nice on camera though? Who knows? Right, okay. Itchy eyebrow. Oh, God. Right, we need a lip. What I think we're going to do is we're going to do just an OG MAC Strip Down. Such a great basic nude. And of course, we're overlining. Then I'm going to go in with Melto is Life. My lips might be too dry for this shade today. Oh no. Oh! So, that is the look. I am obsessed with this. I cannot wait to use it more. It is so beautiful. I love this look. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of like a nostalgia makeup look. I thoroughly enjoyed doing this. I want to take my channel back to what makes me most happy, and 2016 makeup is where it is at. I do hope you did enjoy this video. Don't forget, Kaima are going to put up what is left of these today, so if you want it, make sure you grab it ASAP. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe. And if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you next time I post. You've been fabulous. I've been Coleoftheball, and I'll see you next time. Bye.